Hi everybody, I'm Clement Connor, drinking some kinetic at O'Gara. Thank you for hosting us. I'm the CEO and founder of Fastlane Drive. This is my story and this is why you should join Fastlane, the best social car club in the world. So my biggest passion as a child has always been sport. I was a little ADHD as a kid, so it was hard to control me. I did motorcycle, dirt bike, I did rugby, tennis, soccer, I did skiing. I went to school for that. I was extremely good. I always had a passion for cars. Growing up, I was watching movies about cars, Gone in 60 Seconds, Bad Boys. That's why I love so much Porsche. I grew up with it, but always had this passion for sport and community. Since I'm really young, I like to put people together. That's my biggest gift, and I always like to give back. I'm from Paris, France. I grew up there since I was 20 years old. When I moved to the US, I went to college in San Diego, and now it's been almost 17 years in this beautiful city in California. I love it. San Diego gave me back so much. I'm trying to give back as much as possible to San Diego. It's probably one of the best cities in the world. It's really interesting because I had a lot of issues growing up. My parents divorced when I was really young. I had a lot of difficulty at school. And all my life, pretty much, they were telling me, oh, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. And it always resonated in me pretty hardly. And finally, I really found my voice. Fastlane, it's not just my passion. It's my hobby. It's my baby. It's my life. I live, dream, sleep Fastlane. I like to connect people. I like to give back. I like to organize incredible experience for our members. And going back to the childhood, it was what I envisioned myself, and I could not have dreamed of a better life. I found my voice when I was, I would say, about 17 years old. It was, I would say, in two steps. I went back to a school in Paris, had a lot of good friends. And at that time, my parents were actually gone a lot. And we were doing a lot of different parties at my dad's house. And we were always driving together. So it was like scooters, a car without a license. We have that in France. We don't have it in US, that you can drive when you are 16 years old. Some people with like smart cars, mini. And we always drove together. And this sense of community started really young. Then I moved to US and school became really easy for me. Compared to France, I really found my voice and I realized here is good for me. It's all about health, all about working, all about dedication, and all about if you're working, you're going to be rewarded. My first job and first company has been really hard, so I became a Uber driver for 1 year. I did some server's job here and there. It was a hard time. It was about 2 years. Then I started my marketing agency with Giovanni and we blew up right away. In 6 months, I've been able to buy myself a Porsche Turbo and we grew up really fast. And 2017, we started to do marketing for O'Gara, where we are today. We rewarded myself with a new car, went on a drive, 15 of our friends showed up. We drove all morning, had a cool lunch and a cool after party. And the next day, everybody was like, oh my God, it was the best day of our life. Why we don't do it more often? So we came back with the idea to open Fastlane Drive. They followed us right away. And here we are today, close to 20 chapters around the world. Big evolution and definitely find my passion. Core value about France is definitely family, this sense of community. I think it's even more in France than we have in US. We are way closer from our family. So really trying to bring Fastlane as a family business and really trying to not be a corporate company. Every chapter are operating on their own and we're really trying to have these vibes of family. Also, I would say a little more the friendship. It's more profound in Europe than it is in US sometimes. That is something we're trying to do, like a little deeper conversation and really get to know the person. After high school in France, I got a little lost, went to college, didn't really find my voice. And my passion was water ski. And I found a college here where I could do water ski, learn English. And I came for 6 months at the beginning. And after 6 months, I realized it's where I belong. So I started, made a lot of friends right away. I'm a pretty sociable person, so it's not a problem. And then I realized San Diego is a magical city. I didn't have a car for a year, so that was really hard. But the second year, I finally got a car. It was a little better to move around. And I didn't know English when I moved there. People don't realize that. So I had to take a lot of patience, a lot of mathematical class at the beginning, but I learned pretty fast and I did a lot of tutorial class and extra classes at night to really being able to finish my college. I made a lot of friends right away and I had a friend Mario who had a wakeboarding boat, so we were going wakeboarding all the time. Then I had another friend who was from Sweden, so we were going to LA a lot. I had a friend in LA who introduced me some people. Then the snowball effect is always really good. And as of today, I probably, because of Fastlane, have one of the biggest network in US. Anything that I need access to, same as our members, we can be a lawyer, a doctor, a chiropractor, anything, we have access to it. And that is the magical part of Fastlane. So the lifestyle of San Diego, I would say, could be a little different than me because it's a little more laid back, surfer beach vibes. But I will say what I like in San Diego compared to a city like Miami or different places is that people are way more discreet. During the week, they're going to drive a Ford F-150, and during the weekend, they're going to drive their Ferrari. So it's something that is really resonated to me. People are way easier to deal with, way easier to communicate with, and they want to give back and become friends with you in a better way. I always knew that I didn't want to work for someone, but somehow with someone. So moving to US, people work really hard. If you put the hours, have a good idea, and getting a really good team around you, what is really important, you will be successful. Of course, if you have a bad business or something, that's not going to work. But if you put the hours and you have something good, you realize that you will be successful. In France, it's different. People work less, they are not as motivated. France is still a really good country to live. I think people enjoy life a little more sometimes than in US, but the dedication that people have in this country is just absolutely exceptional. I started a printing business right after college. We had some difficulty, it was really complicated. And I realized at that time I was not surrounding myself with the right person. So it took me 2 years to realize that. We were still managing to live, but I had to do a lot of extra work on the side. And it was a really complicated period for me. But it shaped me as of today because I learned a lot of mistakes, how to surround myself and everything. Then I started my marketing agencies that grow really fast. We were tripling or doubling every year. And best year is actually when we started Fastlane because we were starting to get so many businesses from our members. And I learned marketing, and marketing is an incredible tool if you know how to use it. With Fastlane, at the beginning was just word of mouth. We didn't need marketing, but now with 20 chapters, we needed to become a brand, become something. I reshaped my whole vision of myself and what we wanted to be. And today, the marketing really helping us on daily basis. I can educate my team, train the team, and give a better vision of what we want for Fastlane Drive in the long term. Yeah, the key lesson is really surrounding yourself with the right person. And the person can be the right person at some times. So you need to evaluate and change really fast on who you're surrounding yourself. Also, the team is something that is really important. I've been listening a lot of podcasts about Bezos, the founder of NVIDIA recently, Bernard Arnault, and they say it's really important to have an A team. This year, my dedication is also to get an A team for Fastlane, to hire more, train more, really be close to every people around us, and be sure that we're providing a perfect experience for our members. We want the member to say, oh, I want to come back. For example, the LA group, they do things every day, but we put a good culture. And that's the next one is the culture of the company. Every chapter needs to follow the same journey, the same culture, the same idea, and be the same type of person. You can go to Monaco, you can go to Paris, or you can go to San Diego, you can go to Utah. It's generally at 90% of the time the same line of people who have one common passion, the cars. Yeah, every day there's difficulties on the business. I will say it's a roller coaster 24/7. How to hire, how to manage cash flow, how to react with issues, how to react with stress. You think you know and you never know. And the goal is to become a better person and a better CEO. For 4 years, Fastlane was really a local group of friends driving in San Diego. We were raising money, driving together, having fun. But today, since 2022, since I really took over Fastlane, it's how to reinvent yourself as a person, how to reinvent the company, how to listen more. So I do a lot of training on the side. I do management classes. I do financial classes. I listen more, and nothing will be perfect, but how do you arrange to be better every day? That is my mission and my motto. I usually wake up around 5. I go to training at Stretch Effect. I think the mental and physical health is really important. Go back home, get my coffee. Then I try to do all my emails for about 30 to 45 minutes in the morning. Then I do meetings after meetings after meetings. Today, I think I had 9 meetings in a row. I didn't even have time to eat. Then we can finish with a podcast. We can finish with sometime bringing a member to dinner, going to meet a partner. And I try to sometimes disconnect at night motivate, so watch a good movie or try to listen to a podcast, an audiobook, something that's going to motivate me a little more. But what is important to know is not the day off. Every weekend of the year, I have a fast lane drive event. So we need to plan this event, organize this event, transport ourselves to this event. Then you need to come back somewhere. And Monday, we are back to work. I will never stop until fast lane as I want to be. However, it's a perfect life. We meet incredible people. We do incredible drive. We go around the world to have good food and good restaurants and giving back to the community. So I absolutely love it and I would not trade my life. So one day it's complicated, but 1 week might be a little better. And that might be a video. What do we do as a day of fast and drive, of week of a fast and drive owner? That would be a good one, I think. So the advice I would give to a young entrepreneur is to really believe in yourself. That's the number one. And listen to people who have more than you, trying to push it, getting educated and grow. For someone who wants to start a car club, find your niche. We found our niche with Fast Lane Drive. Our niche for Fast Lane Drive is entrepreneurs, people who work for startup, big companies. We have people who work for NVIDIA, Meta, and different companies with certain type of cars. So we're dealing with mostly European exotic. We have few hypercar, 918, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche Turbo S, GT3. We have a lot of McLaren because we are at O'Gara today. So find the niche for your brand, but really find something that you believe it's your niche and jump into it to have cool drive, curated drive. Be sure that you have every people signing crazy waivers, that they don't drive fast on the road, they don't race on the road. It's something that is really important to grow. I always had it in my head for years and years and years. And then when we had a marketing agency with Giovanni, we told ourselves, what can we do to meet more people, to try to give back a little more to the community? Then we were doing marketing for O'Gara, where we are today, especially for Lamborghini and McLaren at that time. And we went on a drive with a few friends. I reward myself with a 991 Turbo S at that time, 2014. Was the happiest man on the planet. Went on a drive, took 15 friends. We drove all morning, had a cool lunch and a cool after party. And at that time, I came back here and I said to Grubs, who used to work here, and Priscilla, what about if we start a car club? You can bring your clients, we do curated events, we give back to charity, it's good for everybody. And they love the idea. And right away, we did it. The first drive, we had 25, 30 cars. We finished at Kettner and we started. And in less than a year, we got to 100 members. We went to Vegas, we went to Arizona. And for me, it was just supposed to stay a local club. Then I got a little burnout by marketing and I was a little lost in my life. At that time, I realized that my passion was fast lane drive. A year before, a member moved to Scottsdale and said, I'm going to miss fast lane a lot. He moved because of COVID. He could not operate his business here. And I said, you should open a license. So he opened the license and he worked right away really, really well. So we told ourselves, we are really into something. Why we don't do it more? So then we opened LA, then we opened Vegas, then we opened Miami, then we opened Monaco. And it's being the boom. Everything started to grow, give us more credibility. And we realized it's something that doesn't exist around the world, where you have supercar owners, exotic car owners that can connect with any owner around the world, travel to different chapters, be international. For the opening of Monaco, we had close to 60 cars. That was something exceptional. Last year, we had 30 cars at the event in Monaco. This year, we already, I think, 45 registration, which is exceptional. But think about it. A member can go to Texas, to Nevada, to Utah, to Miami, Florida, we have 5, to California, and meet the same line of people and open their network, do really incredible events, put their 2 feet under the table, just have lunch and dinner, go to crazy yacht, racetrack, taking private jets. So the curated experience are literally next level. I would say it's really the global network. We are not just a local company, we are something international. We have, I would say, between 1,500 to 2,500 applications worldwide per month. We only accept 5 to 12% of the application. We are really selective. We don't want show-off people. We want respectful people, to women, to men. We want people that's gonna like to give back and come to events and like to meet other people. So it's really important today to understand it's not because you are wealthy that you can be in fast lane. You can join fast Fastlane because you want to be a good person. Last week, for example, in Los Angeles, Friday night, we started at a Beverly Hills hotel with an happy hour. Can you do that with your friends? Absolutely. But you're going to meet people who are part of the club. Saturday morning, we started for Pendry. We did a 2-3 hour drive with a curated road, super safe. Then we finished at Pendry and we had a dinner at Amo. And on top of this, we raised $55,000 for the fire department of Los Angeles. So it's something that is exceptional. So can you do that with other car clubs? Absolutely. But we believe we do it better. The biggest benefit is really the local community, the global community. We have an app to connect members. We have partnership with luxury car brands like Lamborghini and Ogara today. We have partnership with insurance company, real estate company. You can get discount. When you go to a Fastlane event in Monaco, you don't have to do anything. We're taking care of you from the top to bottom. We haven't carrying your luggage during the drive. That really impressed our member last year. So that's really the main benefit, and meeting incredible human beings. I would say the biggest challenge for Fastlane and the community is really making people understand who we are. Obviously, we have a lot of demand, but sometimes until they see an event, they don't really understand. And if we will accept everybody to event, we will have 500-600 people per event, and we don't want that either. So you need to find the balance between accepting people, not too many people, balancing the people who apply. And that sometimes could be a little challenging. The value of Fastlane is based on three spirits: CCC, community, charity, and cars. And we have been really selective on who we accept as the chapter owners. And on the line of Fastlane with almost 20 chapters around the world, now we're going to be in 3 continents, we're going to be in 4 different countries. We want to be sure it's aligned, and it's been aligned really, really well. And obviously, every chapter has different pillars, different community. For example, in Monaco, half of our members are race car drivers. Did we expect that when we started it? Absolutely not. In Arizona, it's going to be a little more family-oriented. Miami is going to be a little more party, water-oriented. LA is going to be a mix between a little more party and drive because it's really cool canyon. San Francisco is going to be drive because they have the best road in US. So every club has different specificity, and you need to adapt also to that. For me personally is when we opened in Miami, because we were big coastal and we're like, okay, we really made it at that time. Then 6 months later, we opened Monaco, and I was like, okay, you are really into something. Different issue, we arrived too fast and too big. We arrived like American people who want to conquer a territory. And in Monaco, you have to be way more discreet, way more gentle. And we understood that. Now it's an extremely well-working chapter, but it took us a year to really readapt to it. That's been milestone. Now I see it a little differently, because we have 5 in California, 5 in Florida, and the milestone are a little different. Now my milestone is really to hear and see the messages after a drive. This amazing day, best day of my life. Thank you so much, Fastlane. We see with the renewal across every chapter are around 85% to 90%. And usually when people leave is because they sell their car, they're moving to a different state. But now, for example, a member just moved from California to Dallas, and we're opening in Dallas. So that's going to be perfect for them. They're either getting work issue, they don't automatically like Fastlane, that's happening too. They're getting into a divorce or into something. So we see usually members, when they join, they are really, really happy and excited about Fastlane Drive. My vision for the future of Fastlane is really to become the Soho House, YPO and Gumball Rally of car clubs. If those 3 had a baby, that would be called Fastlane Drive, and really becoming a global community around the world. Today we have 18 or 17 in US, 1 in Monaco, we're opening Paris and Tokyo. We don't want to stop here. We want to go to Middle East, we want to go to more countries in Asia, including China, and really help every different community around the world to connect. Something really exceptional and we love about Fastlane is the diversity. We have people from every ethnicity, every religion, every genders, and we love that. We don't care. We just want generally good people. So my vision is really to become a global community where nobody judge each other. And when you arrive at Fastlane Drive, you are here to have a good time with no matter who is that person. You can be the richest man in Fastlane, or you can be the person with the least mean in Fastlane. We want you to be friends and have a good time and support each other. What motivates me is to be a better person every day. The thing of my dad was like looking at yourself in the mirror and say, am I a good person? Am I doing good things? And what is really, really important with Fastlane today is, am I doing something good for the community? We had an issue with a fire. We raised $55,000, few events. We had an issue with the Florida a couple months ago. I think we raised close to $30,000 in one weekend. So really my vision and my big goal is to help people and stay motivated to help and connect people around the world. On the other side, I also want my members to have a good time when they come to event, disconnect from the world, disconnect from the reality. And I want also my team to look forward for us to do something a little better and help us really become the company that we want to become. The legacy that I want to leave behind is really to be seen as the biggest and most exclusive car club in the world. We could be the biggest today if we were accepting everybody, but we want to be the biggest with the right person that's really going to help us to give back to the community and help other humans. The vision for 2025, right now we started strong. We already had a few events where we raised money in Los Angeles. We're rebuilding our app. This weekend we're gonna have Utah, where we're gonna do snowmobile, really cool lunch and dinners. Following one, we're gonna do a 5 days event in Miami. So don't miss this if you're watching, it's gonna be absolutely incredible. The following event we're gonna do is the one in Vegas. It's gonna be the 7th anniversary. We're gonna go see David Guetta and we're gonna have a lot of cool surprise. Then we're gonna have Idaho opening. Then we're gonna have Paris opening, then we're gonna have Monaco event, then we're probably gonna have the Tokyo and a lot of good things. Thanks everybody for watching. I was really scared to do this video. I hope you like it and we didn't say things that you didn't like too much. As we say as usual, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a little comment. We love you guys and we want to create good content for you, educative content, and be sure that people will understand more what is the vision for this year.